Hey folks, how you guys doing today? Pull this guy over here. Take a break from the music. Fun little way to open up. Fun little way to open up. Just started Demon X Machina. I hope you enjoyed that book. It's a fun, an interesting book to write. Kind of at the, I don't know, the peak of, I don't know what to call it, like hysteria um, over AI stuff. Like AI is gonna take all our jobs. That's been the main thing. I think that was actually the main objection, I guess, to AI. Is like people were very, it just wasn't on the radar until it became a thing where like, artists could suddenly not be paid. And people didn't like that idea. So, AI art is obviously a problem. Somebody could make a comic book using AI art and then sell that and make money and just skip paying an artist for all that work. Then that's when people started really getting upset about it. I think the whole thing about, oh, it's being trained on copyrighted images, blah, blah, blah. I think that's all just misdirection. Nobody would have cared because honestly, nobody cared about memes. Nobody cared about the fact that like people were downloading whatever, sharing comics on social media, copying comics or learning from them. It was the idea that this could replace artists that really got people up in arms. I took a different approach, right? Because people were like, well, maybe this is demonic. Maybe like the demons are using the AI to influence people. There's a cat coming. Are you guys ready for the cat? Here she comes. Come here, cat. Come here. Here's the cat. You see a cat tail. All right. Here she is. The little ginger cat matches the guitar. I'm going to put the guitar up here for a minute. So we can talk. Yeah. So I think that's what people like really took notice of it. There's an idea like, oh, could the demon be putting his finger on the scales or something? And it's really that demons are against us, and that's one of the main things that you can get out of that book is that demons are not. And this is, it's not like me just saying this, right? This is based on a lot of my study, especially of like church fathers, desert fathers. If you read, say, The Life of St. Anthony by St. Athanasius, you start to pick up some ideas about what demons are and what they do against people. And so one of the things that demons do is they seek to deceive people, but they're non-corporeal. So they can't, they can't, for instance, cause a dust storm. Rather, because they can move at speeds that are incomprehensible to us, being non-corporeal, they know if a dust storm is coming and then can tell people that dust storm is coming. So things like oracles, all of the things that you think would be kind of mysterious or seem kind of mysterious now to modern people hundreds of years after the fact, had a lot of writings by the church fathers. And so that's a lot of the inspiration that went behind Demon Ex Machina. It's like, where is the demon? That's the question. Is the demon in the computer or is the demon in us? And you really find the answer at the end, even though the ending of the story has a rather, I don't know what to call it. I don't want to call it ambiguous. Ambiguous to me is like the wrong word for it. But it has an ending which is not for sure. Let's put it that way. It's not a oh well, this is obviously this way for this ending. It's not one of those. So anyway, you'll find the answer when you read it. I think it got noticed when clickbait journalists discovered they could be replaced. It's funny because by the time they noticed it, they kind of already had been. I had noted like before last year that most articles were clearly written by AI. Because and if they weren't, then they might as well have been because they were designed with all these keywords in mind. So you construct the article to have a bunch of search engine optimization. It just inserts a bunch of keywords into your writing so that your thing ranks at the top of whatever search it is. And so if you perform a lot of searches, like think of something that's like Bluetooth headsets for PS5. What's the best one? Right, you're expecting somebody who tests these, maybe has like a YouTube channel that does tech stuff, to tell you, all right, like this, I think this is the best Bluetooth or the best headset for the PS5. What you get are 20 articles that are basically interchangeable, written by AI, just listing the products that would be associated with that, with no actual information, like just basic sentences about what's there. This one has these features and this one has these features. It's like, I want a human being to tell me what is good. I want the opinion of a human being. I don't want just, some AI to throw a bunch of keywords at me. So search engines have become less useful because of AI. Now people are like, independent authors are going to be killed by AI books. It's like AI books are terrible. But Amazon has been useless for years for being discovered, literally for years. If you're not off on another platform finding and connecting with readers, you're not going to sell any books on Amazon. I'm on YouTube, right? I'm on Twitter. I need to be on more social media to connect with more readers, but the fact is that Amazon just doesn't really show my books to a lot of people outside of random things with the algorithm. Like I had an old sci-fi book become a #1 bestseller. I haven't ever had an ad campaign for it. And it only has like 10 or 20 reviews. Like it's been read more than almost any other book because I put it out for free for a long time. It's called Prophet of the Godseed. Yeah, and I checked in and I was like, I sold like a huge number of copies on one day, and it was a #1 bestseller for like that day. It was #1 in the category. I don't know why Amazon showed that book to a million people and they bought it. And I don't know why they stopped showing it to them the next day, but that's what happened, right? It had been like a category #1 for like that one weekend. And I can't explain it. I don't know why it happened, but it happened, right? I can't predict that. And neither can really authors. Like you get lots of AdWords courses. You can spend hours and hours creating these ads. And what you're doing is paying Amazon to show your book so hopefully you get sales. Well, you're just giving them a higher portion of your royalties. And as a reader, you can't find the stuff that you want on Amazon like ever. It's pretty much impossible to find the stuff that you want on Amazon. It's awful. So Amazon has been a wasteland because of, algorithms and machines for a long time now. If you just fill it to the gills with books written by AI, that doesn't really change anything for most indie authors because their visibility is already zero anyway. So having a bunch of other AI written books whose visibility is zero, and the optionality for AI books is to just have AI write them because it costs nothing, right? It costs like almost nothing to have AI write a book for you. And if you know the publishing process, that also costs zero. And if one or two people buy the book and you make $10 off it, is probably worth the 30 minutes of time that you spent making the book and putting it on Amazon, right? So the incentives are all messed up, but as an independent author, you really can't rely on Amazon's rankings to deliver you any kind of prosperity. Playing with the rankings is just doing what a robot orders you to do, only what the robot wants you to do, he never tells you, and what he wants changes every single day. Who wants to do that? That sounds like an awful job to me. So it's better to do all your marketing somewhere else where you can connect with people that are really going to like your book, not rely on Amazon for all of this kind of crap. And that's I guess that's my advice. So yeah, authors are worried about it too, and it's mostly because they're afraid that there'll be too many AI books for their real book to get seen. And it just doesn't really change the fact that that's kind of how it is already. Every category is stuffed to the gills with books that are published very quickly and cheaply in order to have a book that's out. Your situation really hasn't changed because of AI. And it's like, well, what if AI writes good books? People always imagine that AI will do more complex things than it can really do. It's like, it's not going to create Lord of the Rings. It can write sentences that maybe sound like Tolkien sentences. It's not going to write Lord of the Rings. Maybe one day, but at a certain point, if AI gets advanced enough, it doesn't really matter that much anyway, because that you can, rather than buying the AI book on Amazon, you go to the AI and you're like, I want a book with these things. And the AI just writes you one. And then you can read it and enjoy it. But I don't think a lot of people will do that. And the reason is, it's not about the thing itself. This is something that a lot of people forget. They look at an AI image and they're like, this looks too good. It's too easy. It's not about the thing itself. I think it was someone I follow on Twitter. Might have been Pat. He said the story of how the artist makes the art is more important than the thing itself. And that's really true. The art is from the artist, and so the story of the art is part of what's appealing to us, that a person made it, that it expresses a person's feelings or their thoughts or their perspectives, not just that it is a work in and of itself, that it's simply enjoyable. I think like the thing that I imagine would be really popular for AI or really successful would actually be pornography. Yeah, Twitter, I mean X. X. I think pornography would be very popular with it because I think a lot of people view pornography as like a disposable thing. They don't really care about the person that's behind it. But then I see things like OnlyFans, and I'm like, no, I think the reason OnlyFans is so successful is that people want a human connection. When they look at pornography, they want to see that that's a real human being experiencing that or having that done to them or showing them something that they're not supposed to see. If it's just a computer, if it's a computerized genital, then it's not really, there's no taboo there. There's no, I'm really seeing something that you normally have to conquer foreign lands in order to see, you know. So I think that appeal might be lost, even though most people view pornography as like this disposable, it's just a disposable thing. You know, you look at it, you get your rocks off, and then you never look at it again. You dispose of it. But I think OnlyFans proves that even in the case of pornography, the very far ends of anything someone might consider artistic, the human connection is really important. It's I think the scandals that'll happen is when people are trying to pass off, and they've already happened. If you're trying to pass off AI art as not AI art, something that an AI makes, and you're passing it off as not as like made by human hands, that's dishonest. Like, you know, if it's AI, you should just be upfront with it and be like, well, you know, I used the AI to convert my comic or whatever into a movie. I think Matt Krotz was, in fact, I have his book here. You should buy it. It's called Kyrie. This is volume 3. Robbers in the House of 100 Gates, right? These are really good. So if he used an AI to take his art, you know, he's training it on his art, he's getting it to use his art, and generate some sort of movie on it, and then even have AI actors, that's a way to consume something that he created in a different form of media that would normally take millions of dollars in order to realize, and you could do it for a lot less. So there's a big benefit to that, to basically, rather than you doing all the work, you're directing the robots. So the artistry is figuring out how to, just like how a director directs a lot of artists, you're directing robots to do different things. So that I think would be really interesting. It allows you to do things that you normally wouldn't be able to do. And I think a lot of people lose sight of that. But it really depends how you use it. Like I've used AI. I used AI art in the Demon X Machina cover, right? It's clearly AI art. I made it look that way. I gave her the weird hands with like too many fingers on purpose. So I did all of the things, but then I did a lot of things on top of it myself. I did the design and things myself to sort of express what I was going for. So figuring out how to manage that robot and make it generate all the images I wanted and then mixing them together right. There's still like an element of artistry, but it just saves me a lot of time. Because in order for me to do that without the AI, I could have found a stock photo model, and I could have found pictures of hands, and I could have photoshopped a bunch of fingers together to look the same way, and produce ultimately the same result by using stock photo assets. However, it would have taken me maybe 5 times as long to do. And so it saved me labor, and the end result is the same. And I wasn't hiring an artist anyway. I was never hiring someone to get out their paintbrush and make a painted cover for Demon X Machina. That wasn't going to happen. And that's not happening for most indie book covers. They're not going to shell out $1,500 to have a legitimately great artist make a cover. Yeah, you could find an artist for a couple of $100s, but even then, investing $400 in a project where you maybe are only going to recoup $400 total, you got to go with the cheapest possible option. That would be like a photo book cover for $50 from like 99 Designs or something like that, or one that you do yourself or AI. And with a book, you know, keep in mind with a book, the the cover is not the thing, right? Like, this is a stock photo cover that it's just highly altered, right? The cover is not the thing, right? This is not the book. Even though I'm holding the book in my hands, this is not the book. The book is the words, it's the story inside it. This is a cover to help sell the book to people, to help people connect and decide they want to read the book, right? This is not the book. The cover is not the book. Even the physical book is not really the book. It's the words that are in it. It's the ideas that are in it that's the book. So personally, I don't have a problem using AI on book covers. I've done it before. And I don't have a problem with other people doing it. And I don't have a problem with people using stock photo covers instead of hiring painters to paint their covers. Yes, it was nice when pulp magazines had all these amazing paintings from the 1930s and 40s. That was great. Nobody is moving enough copies of a magazine or enough copies, and really not, I mean, some people are moving enough copies. Nobody's moving enough copies of a book as an independent artist or even as one with a major publisher. Why do major publishers have all these Photoshop book covers? Because they're cheap and they don't sell a lot of books. People are not moving the product like they used to where they can afford to pay painters like that. And the other sad truth is that the talent pool of artists has diminished really significantly over the last 50 plus years, to where there were many artists who could paint a cover for Weird Tales magazine in 1929 and could do it pretty quickly and pretty cheaply. And there are fewer artists, even though there's more people, there's fewer artists available who are capable of doing that cover at a price in which you could actually make your money back, you know. In fact, I mean, this stuff even happened all the way into the 70s. I remember, I think it was Stan Lee was talking about the original artist for the Conan the Barbarian comic, Barry Windsor Smith. And he's like, this guy would work for pennies, you know. He originally wanted, I think, I'm not sure who he originally wanted, but they did Barry Windsor Smith because Barry was super cheap. He was a very cheap artist, which made it really cheap to make the comic, and that's important when you don't think you're going to sell a whole lot of copies, you know. So anyway, I'm going to put this up and then we'll play some games. Play some of this D&D game, which is actually pretty fun. I played it a little bit off stream. I brought the 8-string in case I wanted to do like some 8-string stuff, which is cool because then like for the looping stuff you could play all the bass parts down here. This goes all the way down to low E. The E that's the lowest E on a bass guitar, that's the E. That's the low E that I have on that thing. So I could play all the bass parts. You know, it's just like it's a bass. Bass, how low can you go? All right, let's close up this. I will save live set as improv 4. I'm going to do some more performances as I go along here. All right, sorry, I missed some stuff in the chat here. There's currently a lawsuit from the New York Times against OpenAI could force ChatGPT to get out of copyrighted material. Imagine AI only trained on material pre-1923. The AI would probably be better, huh? Actually, I think that would be really cool. That would be a really fun idea. Is like the AI is only trained on stuff that was released prior to 1923. That would be really interesting. The main use of AI is for here's the cat. Everybody say hi to Aurora, the cat. She's a very good cat. She likes pets. She's purring. She's mad though. Here you go. You go play. Go on. Go. Oh. Okay. Well, you can stay here. Everybody likes you anyway. Go. All right. A little better light now. A little better light. Okay. We're playing a game. Yeah, that would be cool. I've seen so many soulless corporate presentations. Human NPCs are indistinguishable from AI. Yeah, it's like, oh no, AI is going to write the movie scripts. It's like they just read Save the Cat and follow the instructions from Save the Cat, note for note, with zero deviations or creative input at all. They're already basically glorified AIs. It's kind of like how the replaceable workers have been on strike forever, but the non-replaceable didn't have to strike and still got a substantial jump in pay. AI will be an issue, but I don't think it will be an overlord. The algorithm is only as good as the data put into it. Garbage in, garbage out. And our institutions don't produce great data. That's true. I agree. Garbage in, garbage out. The other, like, if you look at the algorithm for Amazon, it's basically useless. Dave, you grew up Anabaptist. Yes? Yes, I did. Have you seen the guy who programmed an AI to play Tomb Raider, trained the AI to recognize objects in the level, trained ChatGPT to write Laura's lines, and cloned an AI voice to provide commentary? I have not. Laura Croft then plays the level and provides commentary on the various things she sees in the level. I haven't seen that. That's a cool idea, though. Do you think enough people care about the human connection to keep real sex workers around? Or could AI completely push out real women from the sex industry, or at least the majority? Well, that's a great question. That is a great question. I think that would be a fascinating thing to explore in a book. So, the prevalence of pornography and even things like OnlyFans is indicative to me that, in fact, non-real women can push real women out of the sex interaction thing. There are men who are quite happy to say no to women and to only engage in pornography and things like that. There's MGTOW guys that do that, but, you know, there's plenty of incels that, yeah, they would like to get a girlfriend, but they're pretty happy just doing that. And it's not that, like, women are competing with pornography directly, but the entire atmosphere creates a thing where they're basically replaceable. They're replaceable with simulations of sex. Whereas even if you don't get rid of pornography, but pornography is just harder to acquire like it was in days of yore. Men have a much bigger drive toward female companionship. Not that sex is the only thing, but sex is a major driver of male behavior. So if a man is sexually satisfied watching pornography, that changes everything about how he arranges his life. Think about the guy who, like, spends his time, he delivers pizzas, plays video games, and watches porn. Now, we would call that a loser, but, I mean, why put in the effort if it's not going to get you anything, right? Like, why go bust your ass at a job to make more money in order to acquire a mate if you can just get what you want without doing that? You know what I mean? And part of that's also, like, just women being willing to engage in sex without marriage to a great degree. You know, no one buys the cow if they get the milk for free. You've heard that before. So yeah, I don't know. I think people want the human connection. I think a lot of guys, if they're, like, aware that it's a robot, they can enjoy it to a certain extent, but it's more exciting if it's a human being, because they know that a human being is a real thing. They know that humans are real. Sorry. AI isn't new. Automotive has been robust since 1962. Automation has been robust. Yes. My question has been, is there an upper limit to pushing people out of markets? There's only so many new types of jobs for people to do. So this is a big question. So one of the things is, like, what happens when we replace all the labor with robots? How will people find work? And the simplest answer is, if robots are doing all the work, there's really no reason to even have something that we would think of as an economy of divided labor. So all of human history, the way economics has worked is by dividing labor and knowledge. People specialize in something and trade with each other. That's economics. So if nobody's doing anything, there's nothing to trade. Does that mean people starve? No. It basically means everything is so cheap that it's free, or it is free. People talk about universal basic income. Imagine you have unlimited energy and you have robots that do everything. They farm the food, they distribute the food, they make the entertainment, they do everything. Well, a person can just get an allotment from the government every month that they then spend consuming the goods that they want to consume, because robots will make them all. The only economic limitation would be, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. There's only so many PlayStation 5s the robots can make in a month, so we have to ration the PlayStation 5s. Essentially, you would arrive at what Karl Marx imagined for communism, not because of the workers throwing off their chains, but because robots making the workers completely obsolete. So think like Star Trek. Star Trek has like a post-scarcity future, and people do things because they have a spiritual need to do them. They feel like they need to do something for their own human spirit. And so that would be the response to that. This is all stuff that people thought about long ago. It's like, what if we had unlimited energy and the robots could do everything? You have a replicator, they can make you food. Well, you go out and explore the stars because that's what's exciting and interesting for humanity to do. And as a human being, maybe you grow wine, like Jean-Luc Picard's family grows wine. Why would they grow wine when the replicator can make wine? Because there's some sort of human spirit that goes into growing the grapes and harvesting the grapes and squishing them and making the wine and seeing what comes out of it. There's something special about that experience rather than just the thing itself. And I guess that's playing more into what I'm talking about. So anyway, yeah, if robots made everything, you really wouldn't need a lot of money because everything would be so cheap or free that you wouldn't need a job. But that soul in the game is important. It's more than just skin in the game, right? It's more than just skin in the game, it's soul in the game. This is something Nassim Taleb talks about. Yeah, robots can make tables that are fine, and you can put things on the tables. But it's that story of the art. It's the story of the craftsman. The craftsman puts some of his soul into making a table. He cares about the things he does. He doesn't feel like he's a flesh automaton. He's a guy who makes tables. He's a carpenter. He has skills. He knows how to put them into place. He knows how to solve problems, and he knows how to put his fingerprint on what he's doing. There's a human element to making a fine table. So when you replace everything with robots, what happens to that? Well, I think people will still seek that out. The question is how they're going to get it. We might evolve a human economy, an anti-robot economy that's just purely based around the human touch on something. Going to a restaurant and having a human make you a meal rather than an automated robot meal that, think of like we do have automated robot meals. Like we have TV dinners. That's a robot meal. You have a big automated assembly line that puts a precise amount of food into a little thing. You put it into your microwave. You press the button. It cooks the food for you. Take it out and eat it. It tastes the same every single time you eat it. But nobody thinks TV dinners are good, right? You go to a restaurant, you could have something worse than a TV dinner. Or you could have something much better. Or you could have something you didn't expect. Like that variety, that's what tends to drive the human experience, right? So when we go back to like sex or pornography, it's like if I could have a robot AI, like put on my VR goggles and attach the mechanical vagina or whatever to your hips, and these things already exist, guys. You can look it up. There's a guy, he seems very autistic, God bless him, but he made like an AI companion. And the AI companion has like a mechanical vagina that goes with her. So you are basically having sex with a robot using this mechanical vagina he invented. It's a real thing. You can look it up. It sounds like too crazy to be true, but it's true. So if a person is like that, yeah, they might get pleasure out of that experience for a bit, but they know that that person isn't real unless they end up like crazy and thinking it. And so you start to seek the human touch, even if it is not, this real woman over here is not as pretty as my AI girlfriend. Futurama had an episode of that, the Lucy Lubot episode, right? But you end up craving like what is the human, the imperfect, the real. The real becomes more important than the virtual, even if the virtual is perfect. If that makes any sense. You'll crave the real person not because she looks better than the AI. She may look worse, but because she's real. She has real feelings. She thinks and does things that are unexpected. She smells like a person. She sounds like a person. She feels like a person. There's more to a person than just a visual and like limited sensory experience. You know what I mean? Men can handle loneliness better generally. That's true. Nothing says love like an AI anime pillow and an auto blow machine. Did Ted Kaczynski make any valid points? Yes. Of course he did. Capitalism turning into a Marxist utopia through advanced automation is a hilarious idea. This is what Marx envisioned, is that like capitalism would create all the infrastructure and then the workers would take it over and create the workers' paradise, because the bourgeoisie were like depriving the workers of their proper due. He didn't really think that the equality would happen because capitalism would develop such advanced energy efficient technology that the workers simply no longer had to work anymore. Or what that would mean, you know. Is this organically made? We got new FDA style badges coming to a PS5 near you, made by humans. And you could have like a certification, like a human made certification. That would be hilarious. Like something that's designed to prove that humans did it and not robots. Reminds me of that episode in Jimmy Neutron where Jimmy improves his local fast food joint by making everything automated. They end up flying the whole building into the sun after it goes haywire. Was progressivism becoming the secular religion intentional? I don't know. I can't answer that. I guess it depends on whose intent. I think for most people who adopted it, they weren't aware of it. So it's probably not intentional. But I think Gene Roddenberry kind of envisioned like a secular humanism as being the default religion eventually. Like people would throw off the primitive whatever superstitious beliefs of yore, and then they would just embrace like secular humanism. It didn't happen. People are religious. They turn secular humanism into a religion. It's not an enlightenment beyond religion. People are religious creatures. I said this on a recent Substack that I wrote. In fact, I will link it. It's called Self-Mythologizing. I think I'm going to create like audio versions of a lot of these articles, because here, I'll link it real quick, because I think it would get more reach, like putting it on YouTube. And a lot of people like to just listen to the audio of stuff. But anyway, here we go. Yeah, so if people don't have gods, they'll invent them. And so the point here is like Janis Joplin, who was a terrible singer and did virtually nothing of any note as an artist, becomes lionized and divinized. She becomes a god in a sense through her death, just like Caesar becomes a god, because the baby boomers, by discarding their real religion, picked up false religions. Not just like the Hare Krishna kind of crap, but I mean a religion where their artists were gods, and they needed the artists to be gods because they had to justify how they spent 3 years between 1967 and 1970 getting stoned and listening to electric guitar music, and they needed that to be somehow important. So you create, events that are, the Boomer Trojan War is Woodstock, not Vietnam. It's Woodstock. It's this important event. And it's like, well, a bunch of hippies got together, did drugs, and listened to electric guitar music for 3 days. How is that important in world events? It's not at all. Like the hippies did not have a political effect. So, well, they ended the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War ended under Nixon, a Republican president, years after the fact. Probably had nothing to do with hippies, or so little that we can effectively discount it, and rather the greater political climate of which, the hippie movement was just a small part. There were no hippies in government making those decisions at that time, or few enough that we don't really need to think about them, I think. I'm reminded of the scene from The Matrix where Smith says the first Matrix was created to be perfect, but humanity rejected it. Yes. That's actually a really good one. I think that's probably a great example. DS9 is the best Star Trek. I agree. I like DS9 a lot. Deep Space Nine is, and it's one of these ones I hate to say it. It's like, oh, it really gets good in the third season. I think the first 2 seasons are good. The third season's when it gets really good, though. It has some of the best Star Trek stories are in Deep Space Nine. All right, let's play this game and see what's up with it. All right, cat, you're on. Little naughty cat. What are you doing? All right. No, I don't want to make an account. I don't want to buy that. I want to play the game. Game be played now. Here we go. Okay, kitty. Will you be good, or do I have to kick you out? You'd be good? Okay. I'll let you stay. If you are good, I will let you stay. Passive checks can reveal hidden details in the world around you. Explore thoroughly to discover Faerun's secrets. In combat, you can also target the enemies by clicking their portraits in the initiative tracker. Alright. Press the any key. I think I got to like some druid area here. In combat, hit O to enter tactical view. Was Nixon the pro-Trump derangement syndrome? Proto-Trump derangement syndrome. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. There you go, cat. She's being naughty. Licking me and biting me. Doing other silly cat things. Alright. Okay, what are we doing here? I wonder if I need to clear out my inventory a bit.
What am I to do?
Probably. I don't need all these weapons.
No, never mind.
I do like short sword and double short sword. Like that. Oh yeah, I bought a bow. Spell thief. Boom.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate. I care about our lives, our futures. No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Alright, here we go. Let's talk to Cal here.
Pals, we can't just leave. They're kin.
These stupid
I'll
demon
not
people.
gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once. Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Oh yeah, so an extended portion of one of the 9 hells was cut from the game for time. That actually could be good. The game could actually be too long, and also you want to get it out on time. So you have to make compromises. It's okay to cut content if it makes the game as a whole better, and it allows you to get it out on time too. When Quark tells his nephew that humans could be monsters, or when Quark tells Avery to shut up about their capitalism, when he freeing never enslaved or nuked each other, was amazing. The game is already huge, and to think that they cut out such significant portions. Speaking of 5th edition, I was reading all the old D&D books recently, and the contrast between art 40 years ago and today's garbage art. Today's garbage is stark, yeah. I think we lost something going digital, for sure. You can play Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Crazy as it sounds, it's about an AI trying to become a god of a virtual afterlife, and the player rejecting it to return to the reality. What? That's kind of rad. I think Trump derangement syndrome was always a thing. People called Bush a fascist and worse when he was in office. It's true. And, sorry. Allergies are kicking up. Yeah, they never ceased to. Every picture they posted of Trump was made to look him bad, made to make him look bad, like a monkey or something. And they called him stupid all the time, even though he had like a Harvard and a Yale degree. Right. Let's see here. Githyanki. You should all stay. A single blade can make a difference. Wait, who was talking? Oh, I instituted this with the wrong character. Here, let's do this. Load game. It creates so many save games.
Gamble. Can we all just...
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't... These people aren't fighters.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Persuasion. You should all stay. A single blade can make a difference. Let's see if we get it. 10. With all my charisma. Got it. Charisma's very good in this game.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
She's right, Roland. We're better than this. Zerg. Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throats slit by goblin blade.
Thank you, Roland.
It's ugly demons. Let's see.
We should have left by now. Damnation! Instead, we're just sitting here, practically begging to be attacked. Staying is a mistake. You don't understand. My apprenticeship with Leroican begins shortly. I cannot be late. Yes, that Leroican. The greatest wizard in Baldur's Gate.
I've heard that name before. A young man, yes? Lives in Ramesses Tower in the other city.
The very same.
Word in Waterdeep has it he's a bit of a cad. But you say he's an accomplished wizard.
Of course he is. The greatest spellcaster along the Sword Coast. As if I'd settle for a lesser mentor.
In that case, I'd very much appreciate it if you could arrange an introduction, should we reach the city.
Good idea. Powerful acquaintances never hurt.
If it's powerful acquaintances you're after, you have to look no further than yours truly. Few can match me, in either magic or talent. In years to come, you will boast of this meeting, I can assure you. May we meet again in Baldur's Gate, my friend.
Oh, dot hack. Where there's an AI made by environmental terrorists to digitize humans in orbit and turn the Earth into a nature park. Pretty funny. Alright, let's see what we got going on over here. And I want to steal from the chest. Oh, we can talk to this guy.
Go on. Give me a best shot.
I think he can join our party. They made a point of him showing up in the last fight.
Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you.
Yeah, I made Driss the Bard.
You can do this.
And it's been pretty good. Like, you know.
Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes.
A single curled horn, huh?
Bloodied great axe held.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
Ah, should I peer further into his mind?
You see the fiend again and ignite with Will's rancor. She is an infernal war devil, a threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
Her name is Karlak, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
I gotta say, like, the facial acting is pretty good. I heard they use motion capture for this. I'm more concerned about the parasite.
An excellent suggestion, but your party's full up. Still, when the time comes, call for the blade. I won't be long to answer.
Go to my campsite and wait for me.
A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
So I can add him to the party. I'm not sure what class he is. But I have like a fighter, a cleric, bard, and wizard. I already have a pretty good party. See what else we got here. Can I get in the crate? What's in the crate? A bucket. Watermelons.
By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Give the tiefling a menacing glare.
Lower.
Oh yeah. Shadowheart doesn't like it though. She's the only like romanceable character in this game.
You saw another gif. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly, straight to the other side.
No twisting.
David, your character looks so ridiculous. I know. The drow, the Lothsworn drow bard.
Up. You can keep your innards.
I think I'd rather have the black fighter than her. She's just not very pleasant. Oh, we need food to get rested. I think I have a lot of food, but I'll take that food too. Why not? Oh, she has something to say.
The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
Wrath. Soon you will be vomiting blood and tearing apart your own flesh. When the tentacles sprout from your lips, will you still cry that I was rough? The tiefling was clear. If there are
Tiefling.
plenty west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait.
Did you say tiefling?
I am unfamiliar with the, well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this Fey run. The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Shabby wooden doors. Can I pick the lock? Open. Examine. What happens when I open it? Oh, lockpick it. Let's try it.
You've been spotted fiddling with that lock. Best fiddle with something else.
Well, I want to see what's in it.
No trap.
Should just I should just kill that person and then just break the door down.
Seems simple enough.
It's over here. Oh, they have a guy in a cage. Who's this?
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are
A little
shaking.
gross goblin.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's
The Lothsworn male bar.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Probably a courtesan in the pleasure houses of
Shoot before you lose
benzodiazepine.
your nerve, tiefling.
You know what you mean?
If you were
Benzodiazepine?
worried to begin with.
Benzodiazepine is a drug. Benzodiazepines are drugs, aren't they? Shoot before you lose your nerve, tiefling, if you ever had any to begin with. What should I do with the goblin? I'll save the goblin.
Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You're gonna kill him too?
You move.
I'm a drow, so I like goblins. Detect thoughts. Read the tiefling's thoughts. Got it. Alright, let's see what she's thinking.
Callum would hate me for this, but he's not here. They took him from me. Don't you dare! Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
Because she's not a practice target, she's a person. If she dies, she'll take everything she knows to the grave. Oh, we'll click the bard one.
Your soft heart will be the death of us. Gods, you're exhausting. Fine then.
It's alright, Arca. Let's go.
You're gonna be sorry. Didn't expect to see a drow in here. Did the boss lady send you to rescue me?
Yes, she sent me. Ready to get out of here. Oh, it's easy to convince goblins. I could roll a 3. No, I could not have passed that check. Because this is, I'd have 7. A bonus of 7.
Take me back to the tribe, and we'll tell the boss all about this pretty little place, so she can burn it to the ground. We'll be heroes, blessed by priestess.
Oh,
Baldur,
benzodiazepines
in the name of the
are
Absolute.
Valium. Okay. If I commit murder in broad daylight, I could just kill everyone in the camp and move on. Who is this Absolute?
Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating they take. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyah.
Who is this
The
Absolute?
Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm and the storm itself.
Are drow actually allied with goblins? Not usually. They're like allied with like the gray dwarves. But that's like pretty much it.
You won't regret it, promise.
I don't know if I want to save her or not.
Oh, you tips are all boring. Even your cages are boring.
Can I like get this stuff? Where's
Home
Gale?
business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important. We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles.
Yeah, the drow don't even
Ever
ally
since
with
you were
drow.
kind enough to free
That's a
me
good
from that
point.
Stone, I've seen you demonstrate
They're friendly with like the
remarkable guile and
the
courage.
dark dwarves or the gray
The way you
dwarves. I thought.
diffused the tension between Zevlor and
They at
Arrogant.
least like
The way you
traded
stood in
them.
front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. In short, I've grown to trust you. The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition, very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly. The specifics are rather personal, but suffice it to say that it is a malady I've learned to live with, though not without some effort.
I like how I just have blood on my face.
What it comes down to is this. Every so often,
Watch out,
I
don't let
need to
him
get my
flirt with
hands
you.
on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside.
Yeah, the drow will turn each other into like spider monsters just for fun.
I'll spare you the finer details, but it begins with a simple biological deterioration, muscle spasms, disorientation, a slight ringing in the ears, and, if left for too long, catastrophe. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, and before we were abducted. It's only a matter of time before my craving returns. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? Critical.
I'd say you're just fishing for loot. Where do you suggest we
Really
find these
dull to
artifacts?
find it. In fact, you have one in your possession. You know for yourself how hard-won such an item was, and it will be no easier when even more are required to assuage my hunger. There'll be danger involved, or great cost.
What's up, Shepard? I expected as much. Don't worry, I'm happy to help. Why exactly would I risk either of those things for a wizard I barely know?
Splendid. Bit of boldness will serve us well. I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with magic-infused treasure. As do our packs, as a matter of fact. We've such an item already in our possession. Primed for the moment the need arises. I hope I can count on you.
I don't know how to give him the artifact. Here, I have a bow. I'm keeping the bow.
You're gonna be sorry, every last one of ya.
Oil of... Can I give him, like, an elixir of the Colossus or something?
Whatever comes.
Probably needs, like, a green item. I'll probably buy a cheap green item.
I've got a long road
Give
ahead.
it to him. Potion of speed.
Oh, you thieves are all boring. Even your cages are boring. Any luck opening this cage?
Yeah, we'll see if I can get this goblin out. If not, I mean, I could pick the lock, I guess.
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and your dogs. Any luck opening this
Oh.
cage?
Let's see. Lockpick.
Can't keep me out.
Alright, let's roll it.
Bunch of softies.
Failure. I'm gonna have to buy more thieves' tools, too. Oh, roll again.
You're gonna be sorry.
There we go.
Every last one of ya.
Alright, we let her out. We'll see what happens. Being nice to goblinses. Filthy goblinses.
Bloody thieves everywhere. Ready to go meet my tribe? Just say the word. Happily. Lead the way.
Can I, like, keep walking? Oh, I got a follower. Cool. Equipment chest. What's in here? Nothing. Nothing. Let's see if they freak out when they see the goblin. Yeah, no one seems to care.
Rescue attempt has been noticed. Choose your next move carefully.
Let's see what we do here. 1! Critical miss!
Your words are futile. The goblin will not be allowed to leave.
Alright.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Let's see what I have here.
Another step forward.
Yeah, let's actually let's load that. I should just roll with it and like kill everyone in the camp, you know? But I'll reload the save. I wasn't sure if like they would actually program that, you know?
Any luck opening this cage?
Bet I can crack that open.
Alright. We'll go out the back door.
Bloody teeth everywhere.
Alright. Journal. Save the goblin. Alright. Let's see.
With haste.
Oh yeah, we can get out that way. So that's the way that we have to rescue her. Out this way. I'm gonna see what these druids are doing, then I'll come back and save her. See what she notices. I doubt this stupid demon. Stupid retarded demons care anything about anything. Where we have a traitor.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
Alright. Let's see what we got. Heavy armor, medium armor, light armor. You get some padded armor +1. How much is that? What's the cheapest thing I could give my mage? Probably like an arrow. Let's see here. I got the spell thief. Yeah. Let's see. Get that. Let's see. Sell some stuff here, yeah?
Die if I'm at heroic and reeking of this place. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes. I'll have to burn them.
Cup. I don't need the cup. And soul coins. Those are kind of expensive. Let's see about. No. Let me get. Part of finishing the class is having an internship. Didn't know that. Beats working self-checkout at the grocery store. Yeah, I just wanted to see how the game works. Like, I don't want to like save scum, you know. But like, I just want to see how the game works, you know. Like, if I follow the goblin in, will they act like? Is it actually programmed well? Turns out it is. Like, I don't think I would do this if I were playing on the table, you know. gold do I have? It's expensive. Let's see what else. Sell that, and that, and that, and that. And what else? Oh, I have an extra rapier. Sell that too. Scroll of Burning Hands. Oh, silver locket. We don't need that. Don't need that.
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Got some stuff. All right.
Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before El Terrell fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Oh, that didn't do much. All right, leave. All right, let's put on our. Let's give that to her. Let's put on our padded armor. Oh, it looks nice. Looks nice. All right. And then she gets a shield. All right. Kind of plan on using her for a long time.
Let's see what we have here.
These things have stayed interesting.
Where are we going here? Oh, okay. Hunt down Karlak. Let's go over to the Emerald Grove there. Let's see what. Let's go this way.
Mind my step.
Go. Where is it? How do I get to it? Yeah, how do we get to it? We have to go out and around? Is that it? Alright. Over there. Yeah, I think we have to go around. Wait. Flat rock. Oh, I can sit on it. What is this? Metallic gloves. What are these metallic gloves? Medium armor.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
All right.
Have to keep pushing.
Hole! There's a hole. A hole, they say.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Which character's your favorite so far? I know you're just getting to know them. Who has the best impression? The mage. I like the mage. He's got the best personality. Playing through Fallout 3 while watching the stream, I really wish there was a skip tutorial button. Take me half an hour to get out of the boat. Tunnel snakes rule! But you get the tunnel snakes jacket, dude.
Can't slow down.
Which goes great with the,
What's up?
that burning sword. Get the pattern for the burning sword, dude, from the cannibals.
Come,
And use your tunnel
give
snake
him a
jacket
chance.
to kill
You
people.
step back. We'll not tolerate drow in here. No, and you'll find trouble all the same unless you get out of my sight.
A moment, Giona.
What? Why would she allow one of them? I suppose so. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead. But a word of warning.
Tunnel snakes rule.
One wrong move and every single animal here will tear you apart.
So, like, Bethesda tutorials. I feel like a rant on those. It's like Morrowind needed more of a tutorial. Morrowind was like all right, make your character. Now go. And you're like, but I don't know how to do anything. Oblivion set the tone for like Bethesda tutorials. And Oblivion's is almost too long. But with Oblivion, you can make a save right before you exit the sewers, and then you can skip the tutorial for every other playthrough. Oblivion still needs a skip tutorial button. But after that, tutorials get increasingly annoying. Like Skyrim's tutorial is way too long. You know? Fallout 4's intro is way too long. Roar! Can I go talk to this guy? What do we got up in here? Oh, I could take this idol of Sylvanas. Let's see who we're talking to here. Talk to this guy. Didn't work.
Defendenos ab imminentibus equilibrio tuo.
Where is the one that's person I'm supposed to talk to? Yeah, I think I like Gale the best so far. Anyway. Who was I supposed to talk to? Alright, speak with Kaga. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Alright, go up this way. See what they have over here. Alright.
I'm sorry.
Have you lost your senses, Koga? Release her.
A snake.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Koga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger.
Thief, poison. What's this girl's actual crime? No. Play it neutral.
We will speak soon enough.
A very neutral of you.
First, judgment must be passed. The parasite eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Snake!
Come, Koga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
Don't druids cherish harmony? Jailing the girl disrupts nature's balance. Bard, persuasion. Or should I detect thoughts? Which one? Which one? Let's do... Bard. Ooh, that's a hard one. Shoot. Guidance, friends, advantage. got it.
The words of the Tree Father, spoken plain.
Oh, the Goblin
It is
Girl
as you
doesn't
say.
like what I do.
Sifisif, Tila to me.
Gale approves. Yay!
Thief. My grace has its limits.
Maybe my ugly, mean drow will be gay. I don't know.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin would.
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
Alright.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with. Quite a lot, if I'm being
How
honest.
bad does it hurt?
But it always passes quickly, so I can manage.
If they would give the Baldur's Gate treatment to another campaign setting, I'd love Dark Sun. This is going to sound weird, but I'd like someone to actually make Vampire the Masquerade game, but good. You know, always detect thoughts. Probably should. Detect thoughts is pretty good.
This will all be over.
That woman has more venom in her heart than a snake in its fangs. But at least the child is safe. What is youth if not a time to be forgiven for one's transgressions? Come, let's cut the kid some slack, shall we? She didn't deserve this madcap spectacle as far as I'm concerned.
Alright. Talk to this, talk to Kaga.
A deep elf. In our grove, on this day. A sign. Or rather, a gift. Who better to understand a watchful broodmother than a beloved child of Loth?
What? Loth is super evil. You protected your own without hesitation. My compliments.
And yet you petitioned on the thief's behalf. A curious display of mercy. A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. Is it not her nature to strike at invaders? I took back the idol of Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders.
I could reach for my weapon.
The rite of thorns. It is the tree father's
It's got the
gift
tunnel
that
snake's
none
jacket.
come to harm. When we speak the final prayer, the great vine will sprout forth.
Butch is my
The
favorite
grove will
follower
be
as well.
cloaked in bramble and thorn. No one enters, no one leaves. Sanctuary. None of this can happen while outlanders infect us. Sylvanus demands that we choke them out. And mine perish if he stays. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike. You will do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the grove forever shrouded.
Alright.
So that's what you want? To kill a bunch of innocents? I don't want to kill anyone. But I
Let's
want
see what we
them
got
to
in here.
Not again.
Servants' quarters. Let's see if there's like anything to steal. A stone bed. That doesn't seem very... It doesn't seem very nice. told.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
Fire amber. Yeah, we stole some stuff. We are thieves, 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 thieves. What's in the wicked chest?
Move with care.
Ridiculous. We just let her run off.
She's a child. A devil child. One who tried to steal from us.
Blah blah blah.
Yet she
All right.
That's what matters.
See if there's any. Was there anyone in here? Druid's chambers. There's a. What is this? Get help from Nettie. Okay, Nettie.
I see you. Just give me a moment. This medicament.
I waited patiently.
There. It's up to her now.
What's up, Adrian?
Life
Hope you're having a
or
good day.
death. Now what? Drow. Last time I saw one of you folk, he tried to slit me open. I hope you're more agreeable.
Where did you see another drow?
That's neither here nor there. Look, you obviously want something. What is it?
A little dwarf.
I do what I can. For most folks, that's enough. Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired around the eyes.
I'm having an okay day. It's been busy. You know, like my kids, I was up all night like 2 nights ago because my daughter wouldn't go to sleep. Finally got her to sleep. Used the bathroom, sit down at my desk. I'm like, I'm going to write a little bit. It's like 2 in the morning. And then my son shows up. He's like, I woke up. So I hung out with my son until like 6 in the morning. And that's like, you know, the older you get, the more that just puts you out of commission longer. Like messed up my whole day yesterday. And then had trouble getting to sleep last night. That's how it is. A
tadpole. A mind flayer tadpole. I'll do what I can. Come, follow me. I might be able to help. We need to be quick. This way.
Oh, cool. Got to the end of the game. We cured our tadpoles, and we're now at the end of the game.
Don't worry about him on the table. I'm not in the habit of killing drow. He attacked Master Halsin and I in the woods, leading a pack of goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. Seems so. Gave Master Halsin a right start. It's why he joined the adventurers on their expedition. To find out what was happening. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options. You don't have to be here for this.
No, I'll stay. I'd rather know exactly what you're up to.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
What's the plan? Will it help?
She shifts uneasily, hesitating. Something's off.
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything strange happening? Victims can identify each other. Not that the others know they're victims, of course. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was
okay.
happening.
The Far Cry 2 protagonist didn't clear his tadpoles until the end of the game either.
A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms. The thorn? Coated in a fatal toxin.
I figured she was going to try to kill me. Also, the Githranki, like the goblin girl,
I don't have a cure.
it's pretty obvious, like, the purification is just to freaking kill
I'm
us.
sorry for misleading you.
See that? You
But
can
I
see
had
that
to be
from like a
sure you
mile
weren't a
away.
threat before
That's
I told
and
you
that honestly,
everything.
that's how I would write it myself.
Now, do I have your word or not?
I've been meaning to ask you a writing question. The novel I'm currently writing is a human supremacist empire that enslaves elves, dwarves, and other races. How do I write slavery without it coming across as overly unnecessarily edgy or cringy? I would look at slavery in the classical period, how slavery was in the Mediterranean. It's a little bit different than what, obviously Americans have this, this view of slavery that has to do with Africans exported from Africa and brought to another land in full and complete human bondage. But that's a little bit different from how slavery was in other places and times. So, people were forcibly deported as slaves in the Roman Empire. Many Greeks were taken as slaves back to Rome. But you could buy your slavery. Slaves did have certain kinds of protections, but they were super limited. And in fact, in a lot of ways, African slaves had more protections than, Greek slaves. But the Greek slaves had more liberties and more options as well. So it's a little bit different. I would look at that to see sort of how things were. But it's hard to escape the modern zeitgeist over the memory of slavery in the ending in the 19th century.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Maybe more. Master Halsin
Thoughts on
and I
Solomon
were
Kane
tracking,
books? I have some content on them,
trying to figure out what the hells was going on.
including a free audiobook, and I'll do more
Because
of
you
them.
should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal. For one, that thing in your head is like nothing we've ever seen from mind flayers. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you power, telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow. Hard to say, but there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne, and I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers, joined on the spot. Whatever he found there,
He didn't make it back.
I think so. I hope so. I've sent birds to find him, but they can't get close without goblins trying to shoot them down. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound? Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there. All I can say
The
for
first
sure
couple Solomon Kane
is they
stories
all
are in the
went to
public
old
domain, by the
temple
way,
of Selûne.
which means you can do
And
derivative
Master
works.
Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to
So
go
you could
bad,
sell Solomon
remember
Kane
the
fanfiction
vial.
now if you want to.
Remember your oath.
kind of interesting.
Why is it cozy? Never tried it, and I hope to keep it that way.
Ooh, wyvern toxin.
I'm becoming a mind flayer. Keep it.
Empty socket.
Very long.
If we could do something in here. We killed everyone, I guess. This does look cool there. Right. Anything in here? The camera goes like in the opposite direction from what I want.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Mugwort. Mugwort. Mugwort.
Alright, time to skulk about.
In Ketheric, I see failures may manifest. Alright. Alright.
Just want my bed.
Do you not like rotating minimap? Alright, where am I going now? Back that way, I guess. Okay, off we go.
There's something in that vessel. Take a closer look.
What vessel?
What's inside?
Drow's letter. Let's see what it is. Track the druid, find whatever burrow he runs to, and report back to me. Remember, you are only a scout. Do not engage. Do not kill anyone. Simply observe and return. I shall decide what we do next. The vessel. There's some other
Don't mind if I do.
thing here. Base. Halsin's pipe.
Looks like Halsin's our best bet for a cure.
Time to track him down and see what he knows.
Let's be optimistic and assume he's still among the living.
Forget Halfin. Only a Githyanki crash holds our cure.
That's a friendly looking shadow.
Rune of the eagle. There's a missing rune here. Rune of the bear. Rune of the elk. Not sure.
Might be useful. Anything of use?
Not sure there's anything else to do here. Tentacles. Bottled tentacles. Stealing everything. Yeah, is there something I can do in here? I don't know. Maybe y'all know. Ooh.
Something over there.
Get some of these scrolls. I don't have time to read all the books. So we'll take the soul coins. Pick up the trumpet. Combine items, huh?
A tidy slot, but no room.
Oh.
I can't even see a lock to pick. I can't even see a lock to pick.
Alright.
I can't even see a lock to pick.
Guess we can't go through there. Unless we find the rune here.
Here goes nothing. It's broken, but not too badly. Breathe deep and move.
Yeah, maybe there's a rune somewhere. Maybe not in here, though. Let's go here.
This calls for careful footwork.
Let's see what's in here, please. Ooh, a dark ring.
What's hiding here?
Steal everything. Enters delight. Brimmed hat. Where's my wizard? He needs a brimmed hat.
Charmed, I'm sure.
There we go. Perfect.
Just keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched.
Oh, I did it with the wrong guy.
All right. What now?
Wooden chest, wicker chest. Cauldron of boiling. Oh yeah, mugwort looks like I can take that. No runes. On antidotes. Sponge. Get an antidote recipe.
Have to keep going.
All right. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Let's see.
There we go. Lost the chat for a minute there. Okay. Let's see. Save Arabella. Okay. I think everything's backwards here. Let's get north. Alright. Get our bearings.
I should speak up.
Talk to these guys.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her.
Yeah. I mean, thank you for helping me.
Alright.
It's our job to get us out of here safely, not yours.
It's my job too. The druids don't care about us.
Gale can absorb this item's magic, destroying it.
We have to look after ourselves. That's what Mole says.
That girl.
What's Mattis got?
Oh, hey. You're one of those drow, right? I heard stories about you. How you all live underground and steal kids away.
Nonsense. We kill far more children than we enslave.
Oh. Okay. Hey. Would you like to see something fun? Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. You haven't seen anything yet, mister. Go on. Take the ring.
Oh, he's a
Watch your
scammer?
fortune change.
Sleight of hand. Mimic his trick and make the ring disappear. Ooh. We have any other bonuses? We gotta hit 15. Maybe we'll hit it. Just barely.
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails?
Pocket the ring. The heads.
Heads it is. See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap too. Interested? You got it. One sec. That's what I got.
Succeeded in perception. What did I perceive? I don't know what I perceived. Think of infinite wishes. Very cute. I don't think he's really got anything I care about.
Nothing caught.
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn.
Insight. Observe her silently. Maybe these are just crocodile. Detect thoughts. Got it.
You see her hand in your bags and the shame in her heart.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
There's a hole down there. I wonder what's in the hole.
Hey, you here to trade or? Yeah, I know. I was standing right here telling her to rob you. Hey, you're not taking any slaves here. Look, you caught her. Good for you. You aren't a chump like everyone else around here.
It'd be hilarious if items
me
were
a favor.
legit lucky
Make
items
room
that
for the
gave
chump.
massive boosts of luck. It's like Ring of Resist Ants. You know? Hold on, let's see what's in this hole. Where does the hole go? What does the hole do?
That's curious.
Ah. The hole. You can't use this right now. The hole cannot be used. Alright. Cannot be used right now. A travel-worn chest. It doesn't look like I'll get in trouble for taking anything out of it. Lazaille something. Something happened with Lizelle.
Right tool will do the trick.
Wow. Nah, we didn't do it. Broke our thieves' tools. No. Use inspiration. No. We failed again. Get down there. Oh, is this the jail? Yes. Okay, we're gonna go see about this person, what this person wants us to do, and then maybe we'll free the goblin from jail instead of. Zevlor.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? It's good of you to offer. But there's a whole army of goblins out there. We'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldur's Gate. And while I don't doubt your abilities, you're no army. There may be a way, though. Goblins are ill-disciplined. It's unlike them to organize so cleverly. Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that leadership, and they'll scatter. It's no small thing to ask, but...
Oh, cool. I'll assassinate the goblin later.
You're equal to the task.
Sounds like a good way to do it. I'm about out of time.
I suppose so. We don't have much, but we'll scrape together whatever we can. Of course. Everything we have. Anything we can give you, we will.
Do not underestimate my ability to save scum. Alright.
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
Yes. Of course.
Alright, so now we'll go back and we'll escort the goblin to her camp and then kill her boss. Seems like a plan.
Too late! Looking at you is painful enough.
Danis. Guessing Danis has something to say? Zoru? I don't know. He has a little arrow, so I don't know if the arrow means that this person has something to say or what.
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate. Cats, though?
A little orange cat. And a house with a little door so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out. No bother. We're just daydreaming anyhow.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city?
That sounds like heaven.
Won't be long now. One more trip, then we can really rest.
I guess they just had like a little bit of dialogue there, huh?
I will.
Oh yeah, I forgot I got that magic item. Let's see, it's an amulet.
My faith protects me.
Give it
Still
to...
breathing, despite everything.
I already told you I don't have it. How
To her.
stupid are you?
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
True.
Still alive.
Right.
So that's progress.
If you go to them as Lizelle, there's a funny interaction between them trying to explain to her what a cat is.
How much further can I go?
Let's see here. These guys have a conversation.
Seems like a good
here.
moment to talk.
Now you lot.
Right. You guys are going a weird way.
I know
Alright.
you have it. I'm only gonna ask you one more time, boy. Hand over my locket.
I don't have your ugly.
Hand it over or I'll slap the teeth out of your head.
Let's see here. Should I keep quiet and watch?
Do it, you gutless stink sack! Ah!
He had it. Knew it.
Knew it. Bloody well knew it.
Tieflings. Never trust them. Dropkick
What's happening here?
tieflings. Punch him in the face.
And both of you thought striking a child was a suitable punishment.
If his parents won't do it, I will.
He's an orphan. How'd you like it if I struck you?
You raise a hand to me. It'd better have steel in it.
I'll persuade them. Any other charm a person? There we go.
You're not wrong. I wish you were. Child, learn your lesson.
Both of you,
and
you
be
just
grateful.
stood there.
And you, get out of my sight.
Take the apple. What's going on over here? This guy's got a... Oh, he's charmed.
We've known enough grief this 10-day. Don't.
Oh, I charmed it.
Something good here. I hope.
Nothing good anywhere. Derelo. Talk to this guy again.
Shows off his thunder wave.
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
And I'll go get the goblin and free the goblin.
True.
My thunder wave will make quick work of any goblin. My thunder wave will make...
Lee and Roland would never admit it. They'd take an arrow for the other. Thanks for cutting in. There might have been more than words if you hadn't.
Those goblins will rule the day. You and I would.
Alright. This guy have something with Ikaron? I'm done with these guys. Where is the prison? It's up over here. Alright, go north. Go this way.
Goblins, druids, this group. Grab what you can and get out. That's my advice.
It's good advice. Alright. Now, we'll save this. Let's talk to the goblin.
Ready to go meet my tribe? Just say the word. Happily. Lead the way.
Cursed to put my hands on everything. A couple turns should do it.
Oh, can't reach this, huh? I wonder if we can get down this way. Can't get there. Alright, well, how do I get this stupid goblin out of camp? How do I open this door?
Bloody thieves everywhere. We moving or what? It ain't safe here.
Alright, did I leave her? Okay. Rusted prison door. Can't reach it. Can't get there. Okay. That's the way out. Broken door. Can't. Can I just attack this door? Did that do anything? Well, I don't know if I can get through here. I have to like go find the key maybe.
All the bloody things to happen.
Shabby wooden doors. Try to get through those. Over here, let's close this door. I don't know why I can't reach this door to lockpick it. That doesn't make any sense to me. Or if we have to come up from the other side. What if we like can go around that side from the shabby door? That look like another way in or out? Looks like it. You're not really supposed to like be able to look into buildings, you know what I mean? Oh wait, what can I do? Can I do anything with the brazier? I have thieves' tools. Cannot reach this. Alright, whatever. Let's go talk to this person.
Right. I've got food, water, my dagger. I can pack or talk, and right now I'm packing.
Oh, there's someone in there. She's paralyzed.
Bet I can crack that open.
We got it.
Stop! This place is off limits. Leave.
Got some deception, intimidation. Insight. Persuasion. Deception. We get a lot of deception. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got. Got it.
But Zevlor said Figured it was a pity post anyway. Do what you gotta do. Sorry if I don't show you around. I'd just fall back down. Legs are as steady as a foal's. Bloody potion!
Where did you get this
From
potion?
the old lady in the cave. The one with the lotions and potions. To her credit, it worked. I'm as strong as a bugbear. And fearless. Course she also warned of side effects. Should have listened. Now I'm stuck guarding crates.
I can heal you for a price. Let's see what we get. Got it. Maybe she'll give me some gold. We need lots of gold on this adventure.
All right. I guess being fearless won't help if an arrow comes flying right at me. Here.
Very mercenary of you. I wouldn't have done it any differently.
Alright. Let's see, I have a healing spell. Who has a healing spell? She does. Healing word.
I'm content to this.
Did that? No, damn it. Still nothing. Maybe it just needs time to wear off. Fingers crossed the goblins don't return anytime soon. What? Wait! You promised! Guards!
Well, I wanted to help her.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell.
Let's see here. Oh, it's the I'm in the wrong person here. Shoot. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna have to kill him.
You try your best, but your best just isn't good enough.
Alright. Yeah, I wasn't
Can't even catch my breath.
wasn't my guy. Alright, who's first? Oh, Shadowheart's first.
Let's finish this.
Let's see what we got here. Flail. Tenacity.
Moving.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, the opportunity attacks.
What now?
Which are kind of silly.
Light on my feet.
See what we can do here. No, it's just like smash him in the face.
Unleash me. It shall be done.
Oh, we got a bunch of other guys here. This will be fun. Witch bolt. No. What do we want? Firebolt. Gaping wounds. What's this guy doing? Did we aggro the whole camp? That'll be fun. Be fun with it. End this. I'm not sure why they aggroed, like after I was healing her. So I must have missed something. Must have missed something that was happening here.
I won't give in.
Let's do a... And then, can we get out the back way? Let's see. Oh, I think we can get up over here.
Step by step.
Aha. Can I like speed this up? This guy's just like standing there. I like how he's standing even though this fight is because we didn't heal our paralysis. This is stupid. Oh, no, no, opportunity attack. Okay.
Time to push my luck again. One day I'll catch a break.
Let's see what we got here. Lacerate.
Mistra Rill.
See what we got here. Oh, nope, that's not what we want. Let's do magic missile. Can I hit him? No, I can't see him, so I've got to move. Where do I need to move? I move like right there.
With haste.
And I can see him. Aid me. She ran away. Okay. Can I hit him? There we go. Alright, killed him. Help, one of the guards is dead.
I'm just sad. Bored.
I don't know what's going on here. I would suggest save scumming if only because I know there's more content if you befriend these guys. That's a good point. Let's see here. Can I heal? I'm going to heal Gale. And then let's move somewhere we can move.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Can I shoot this person? Yes. Yeah, I probably should like reload a save for this. Especially if like the entire like party is, or entire camp is unhappy with me. Just like lead the goblin out. Anyway, I'm actually out of time, so I wonder if I can create a new save. And I gotta. It's 9 o'clock, so actually, I actually need to go. So that's what I think we're gonna do here. I'm gonna call it for the day because I am actually out of time. So got to do a little music today, hang out. Thanks for everybody for coming and hanging out with me a little bit. But I've been doing this for more than 2 hours, so it's time to take a break and do some other stuff. I got a pod to, whoa! Oh, it's a keyboard and a guitar pick. I got a pod to store some stuff from my garage so that I can put drywall up, because I got to get a bunch of stuff out of the garage before I can put all the drywall up. So that's what I'm planning on doing this week, is trying to get drywall installed. Very fun. And by that I mean not really all that fun. But anyway, have a great one. Don't forget to hop on by my website, join the mailing list, dbspress.com/free-book, and you will get a free book for joining the mailing list. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one. I'm going to try to get more of the Substack content turned into audio content for the YouTube channel. Content's a little slow. It's because I've had a lot going on, and that's just how life goes sometimes. So have a great one, and I guess I'll see you all. I'm planning on doing this on Wednesdays from now on again. I may stream on Saturdays. It just sort of depends how things are going. Mostly I've been wanting to use my Saturdays for other things like family stuff. So anyway, guys, have a great one, and I will see you all next time.